Good morning, everyone. I hope that you're alright and you're doing great today. Alright, so today we're going to discuss about the foundations of instructional materials. So, we will start discussing the foundations of instructional materials or the IMs, starting with the definition and importance of instructional materials. So, let's start with definition. Instructional materials, or IMs, are tools, resources, or media used to support teaching and learning. Example given are textbooks, worksheets, audiovisual clips, flashcards, digital apps, and manipulatives. Those are the examples of instructional materials or IMs. So basically, instructional materials are tools which you will use during your discussion, during your presentation, and it could also be resources or a media, a video clip from YouTube or either from Blue App that you could use to support the teaching and learning process. Alright, are we good? Okay, so now let's move on to the importance of instructional materials. So the importance of instructional materials is that they make abstract concepts concrete, engage diverse learning styles, provide structured practice, save instructional time, and help students retain information more effectively. For elementary English, they are critical for building foundational skills like phonics, vocabulary, and communication. Okay, so basically instructional materials are very important because instructional materials does not only the visual products of your discussion, of your materials to use, it also makes the concepts more concrete. It could engage diverse learning styles. It could also provide structured practice. By the use of instructional materials, then your lesson, your discussion would be more engageable. Do you follow? Alright, now let's move on to the rules of instructional materials in elementary English instruction. So, without further ado, let's start it with phonics and literacy. With phonics and literacy, there could be flashcards, letter blocks, and phonics apps that could help students connect sounds to letters. Either way, you could also watch videos, educational videos that could help your student or your pupil to learn more or to connect more to sound or letters just by watching videos on YouTube, especially Miss Rachel. Alright? Very good. Move on to vocabulary building. Why is it vocabulary building is included? Because vocabulary building includes picture books, word walls, and interactive games that makes new words memorable. With the use of these things, well, the students could retain knowledge, more knowledge that could make these things more memorable, especially the words. Using picture books, those word walls, and even interactive games. Well, in today's generation, the 21st century, I guess we're using more on interactive games because interactive games could make the students more engaging, more happy, and it makes them move their body, which is also a good thing. Alright, are we clear? Very good. Now let's move on to oral communication. Well, in oral communication, we could use audio clips, videos, and role-play props encourage speaking and listening practice like what I have said earlier. Watching videos from YouTube from Miss Rachel. Now another thing is reading comprehension. In reading comprehension, you can use illustrated stories, graphic organizers, and digital readers to support understanding. It could help students understand more of what they have been reading or of what you have been reading to them. Illustrated stories, graphic organizers, or those digital readers to support understanding. It could really help students understand what they have been reading. Another thing is writing skills. With the use of worksheets, sentence strips, and writing tools, it could guide students in forming sentences and paragraphs. It could really enhance the writing skills. Also, the reading comprehension. Because with these things, with these materials or instructional materials, it could help them to navigate more on their learnings, on what they have, on what they can provide. In that way, they can easily form sentences and paragraphs. Do you follow? Alright, let's move on to the relationship of instructional materials to learning theories. Of course, these instructional materials should have relationship to learning theories of the students. Like for example, behaviorism. In behaviorism, you can use instructional materials like drill and practice apps, flashcard quizzes, and reward-based games aligned with this theory. Alright, now let's move on to constructivism. In constructivism, you could use instructional materials such as collaborative activity sheets, project-based resources, and interactive simulations that let students actively construct knowledge by exploring, questioning, and working with others. Like creating a class book in English. Well, creating a class book in English needs a lot of members. So, in that way, you could use groupings that could make a collaborative activity. Could really help the students to engage more on their peer students. Now, in multimedia learning theory, you could use or you can use instructional materials that are combined text, images, audio, and even a video. Like animated English stories, educational videos that follows this multimedia learning theory, which states that learning is enhanced when information is presented through multiple sensory channels, reducing cognitive load and improving retention. So, basically, these things, these instructional materials like combined text, images, audio, and even video, like the example given, animated English stories, educational videos, it could really help the students. You're not only using this multimedia for fun, you're using this multimedia instructional materials to give or to provide more learnings, which really helps or enhance the information because it is being presented through multiple sensory channels. Thank you for listening. I hope that you have a great learning today. Thank you so much and goodbye.